Coming up on this edition of Speed Chronicles, motorsports is big business.
Zig Media presents Speed Chronicles with Todd Lewis, powered by Rev TV.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out this edition. We do it every Wednesday here on the Rev TV YouTube channel and, of course, your favorite podcast platform. Please like and subscribe. Good feedback so far. We appreciate it. Okay, let's start with the big business, big event, Formula One in Miami last weekend. First foray for Formula One onto North America for the 2025 season. Huge news coming out of this event. It's been extended. The contract has been extended. The promoter is going to keep promoting this event for Formula One in Miami through 2041. Think about that. We're in 25 now. It's been extended into the 2040s. I don't know about you, but this is, I think, the first big sort of sports agreement that I've heard of going into the 2040s. It's almost unfathomable to think of it that far, but that's a long way. But it gives you an idea of how big an event this is, how important it is to the city, to Formula One, to the teams, to the business, and it's been extended into the 2040s. They've promised big infrastructure investments in that area as well. It's cool. It's a vibe. It's a feel, that whole Miami, South Florida intrigue with Formula One. There's lots of special activations, lots of things that go on, like Ferrari having a special livery unique to that event. Holy crap, was that ugly, by the way. The crimson, red, scarlet Ferrari. It looked like they slapped a blue and white HP sticker on the back of it and said, yeah, that's pretty close. That's good enough. It was awful. I mean, I understand that there's gino dollars involved in this, and HP is a big partner, but that was an ugly looking car. It was a really ugly looking car. On the other hand, a tremendous activation as part of the Formula One event in Miami. How about the Lego cars? How about the Lego Corporation and what they did? They built life-size Formula One cars, and they put them out on track, driving around. Actually had a little contact and bumped into one another. It's fantastic. The great social media videos that were part of that, 22,000 hours or something like that to put them all together. That's going big. That's investing in your partnership. That's a big deal. Really well done. That's super cool and super fun. Everybody knows Lego. Everybody knows Formula One. Combining the two together, they are big into the activations going forward. I think it's really neat. Oscar Piastri won the race, by the way. Oh, that's 3 in a row for him now. That's kind of a big deal. Significant points lead. We're not at the point in the season yet where the focus becomes totally on one of the two team drivers to win the championship. Right now, it's all about piling up all the championship points that they can get. Still a long way to go. Quarter way through the season, significant, but McLaren is getting 2 cars that are scoring big points consistently. That's the key. Get the Constructors' Championship. Kimi Antonelli, mentioned him a few weeks ago. Impressive. Wins a pole in the sprint race. That's impressive. He's moving into Formula One very nicely. Different story at Alpine, of course, with Jack Doohan, who had, a few races to show his stuff, didn't show enough. He's being replaced by Franco Colapinto for the next 5 races. That's the cutthroat business of Formula One. That's how soon it is you have to start showing progress. Mentioned that we're a quarter of the way through the season. If you're Lewis Hamilton, how are you feeling now about your shift to Ferrari? There's a lot of frustration in Ferrari, in Lewis Hamilton, and where they're performing so far. There's nothing imminently going to happen. This is still part of growing pains. When you have a driver who has raced with one team for such a long period of time and then moves to another, there's adjustments and figuring out how you do stuff and getting used to each other and chemistry, to use the cliche word that you have to build. That's still happening. But I'll tell you, those radio transmissions from Lewis Hamilton, at Miami were pretty damn funny. He was jumpy, he's impatient, and understandably so. He's in the car, he's the one who's trying to move forward, and they can't seem to get their act together in terms of what the strategy is going to be. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. Meanwhile, I'm hurtling down the track at 200 miles per hour at times, trying to navigate my way through and move this car forward that is underperforming, and you're going to get back to me in terms of what the strategy is. Can you understand why he might be a little impatient? I can. Why don't you have a tea break as well? Carlos Sainz is a second and a half behind me. Oh, do you want me to let him through as well? Those are really funny radio transmissions from Lewis Hamilton. But that's the frustration. And it seems like Ferrari just have so many struggles in terms of the strategy. Don't you have all these scenarios played out in advance? Okay, if we're here, if this is happening, here's what we should do. There seems to be there needs to be a little more work in planning for the what ifs and trying to find all the different possibilities in terms of Ferrari. See how that goes. Going to be it's going to be interesting. But I'll tell you, I'm still laughing about those radio transmissions. IndyCar was back in action for the first time in a few weeks at the beautiful Barber Motorsport Park. Fantastic spot, beautiful facility, makes for some pretty good racing. The facility itself is spectacular. If you've never been and get the chance to go, the motorcycle museum, even if you're not like a super motorcycle person, like I'm not a super motorcycle guy, but that museum is absolutely unbelievable. And if you were a motorcycle enthusiast, well, you definitely have to go. I'm talking about this stuff because the racing is kind of the same sort of thing. Alex Palou, oh, hey, wins again. Oh, yeah. And this time it was like he was driving with one hand on the wheel and his arm out the window practically. It was a big margin that he won by. Perfect car, perfect day, perfect strategy, only surrendered the lead through pit stop cycles. It was pretty much here's your lunch. I'll hand it to you for Alex Palou. And what's going to happen now going forward? Big lead in the championship, 60 points ahead of the nearest competitor for Alex Palou. The next event that they're headed to is the Grand Prix at Indianapolis. That, of course, precedes the Indianapolis 500, which you're going to be hearing a ton of stuff about over the next little while because that's IndyCar's big baby and their big thrust. Alex Palou, should he continue his winning ways, and there's no reason to believe he won't, has won the last 2 years at the Indy GP. Oh, won from pole last year. So yeah, it seems as though he's on his way to a very good season. And maybe that's an angle that they need to start playing up more going forward, is that this is potentially going to be a season for the ages, to win a whole bunch of races and really stroke the field in terms of the championship. I think that's something that they're going to need to look at if he continues in this incredible performance run that he is on. It'll also, of course, stoke the Formula One rumors and whether or not he could or should be going. And apparently they don't need to bring a yellow flag for the starter stand at IndyCar events anymore because they haven't had one since the first race of the year in St. Petersburg. They keep running green flag laps. That, of course, doesn't really make for a captivating event either. And I don't know, Barber didn't seem to be the most captivating event. Some good moments. Christian Lundgaard continues to have a good season as well. And hopefully that win is coming, his first one with McLaren. He's worked hard for it, but it's good. Scotty Mack was on the podium too, so that's good. The ratings came out for IndyCar as well. Formula One ratings were good, but down from the previous year. IndyCar ratings were up from the previous year. They were up 20% from the previous year, which is good. Problem is the ratings were in the toilet before, and they hit a number of about 900,000 viewers in the US for IndyCar at Barber. Wasn't the most captivating race, as I said. The number peaked between 2 and 2:15 in the afternoon with a 1:40-ish or 1:45 green flag. So that's 30, 40 minutes into the race. That's your top number, trailed off from there. If you're not getting 1 million, that's not good enough for IndyCar. You've got to have more viewers. I know that it's a work in progress. It's a new partner, and Fox has been promoting the hell out of it. You got to get bigger numbers. They'll get bigger numbers for the Indy 500. We'll see how they do for the Indy GP. The 500 is an incredible and magnificent event, but the GP is coming up in advance of that. So we'll see. And apparently there's another wrinkle in strategy that they're throwing in. Instead of using both compound tires once in the race, you're going to have to use them twice. Again, it's being billed as here's more strategy. Here's a new way for teams to employ strategy. It really seems like they're compensating for a big, heavy car that they slapped a hybrid on, they slapped a windscreen on over the last few years, and it's too heavy, and they're trying to figure out ways to create more action and activity on the track. A few yellow flags would help. A couple of quick notes about NASCAR. Had their annual event at Texas. Crowd looked pretty good. Ratings were pretty good. They've also made the big announcement that they are going to rotate their championship race, officially confirming that speculation that in 2026, the championship race will return to Homestead, Florida. That's good. It was a very successful event. They're going to sink some money into the infrastructure at Homestead as well, which is great. Some track improvements, but they're trying to make this an even bigger event than it already is. They set it up as this is the culmination, the championship. This one race decides our championship. But by bouncing it around a little bit too, and there's only a certain number of tracks that they're going to be able to go to, they're trying to create it as more of a Super Bowl kind of event, a destination event. The Super Bowl rotates from track to track or from location to location. I can see this happening with the championship race for NASCAR as well. So going to be interesting to see. Closing in on the start of the NASCAR Canada Series season as well. Looking forward to that getting going on the Victoria Day weekend, Mother's Day weekend, of course, this weekend. So celebrate mom and enjoy a little bit of racing because there is some around. Of course, NASCAR goes every weekend now through November in some way, shape, or form. And IMSA returns to action this weekend as well at Laguna Seca. Man, I love that place. It is just such a beautiful place. I remember going the first time to Laguna Seca and IMSA, and you're flying into San Francisco, and we're leaving SFO in our rental car and driving down the coast, and the ocean is visible, and in a oh wow moment, Hotel California comes on the radio. So like that was a bit of a thing. And went out for dinner that night and just walked outside and look, and you see the Pacific Ocean, and it's beautiful, and the sun is setting. And you just think, yeah, I can understand why people pack up and move west to come to that spot. Some of the most beautiful real estate in North America. So anyhow, but a little bit of racing to catch up on as well as reverence for mom on Mother's Day. Have a great week of racing. Don't forget, please like and subscribe. We'll do it again here on Speed Chronicles next week.